Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan and I am a Sonic Let's Player, and welcome back to West of Loathing. Let's just get right into it. Where I last left off is I lost against her in a legal battle, but let's try this again. That seems fair. Okay, argument in saloon. Okay, accused of cheating at poker. Go on. The bartender yelled at them to take it outside, but since it was dark out, they agreed to make the duel the next day. And that would be the 18th, you said? Yes. Okay, go on. The next day, they both showed up shortly before noon and squared off about 30 feet away from each other. When noon struck, McCready fired fast enough that Timbury didn't get his shot off. On account of having his head shot off. Okay, I'm gonna have to more details on that. Exactly noon? As a church bell started ringing. A pocket watch. Yes, he had a fancy pocket watch that chimed on the hour. Is that important for some reason? Okay. Witnesses. Were they interviewed? Yes, the story's lined up just what I just told you. Any associates? I'm not aware of any of them being actual friends with McCready, but he was a local and a lot of people knew him. He gives you a suspicion of... Wait a minute, just where are you going with it? Objection? Oh, come on. Any one of those people could have been interceded on McCready's behalf. What? And done what exactly? Well, they could have shot Timsfield with a more accurate weapon, like a rifle, or... Then there would have been 2 gunshots instead of just 1. Or are you suggesting they shot him with poison blow dart gun? Okay. That was a fail and a half. But there is something I wanted to... Okay, let's go. Let's go on ahead. Cheating at poker. Okay, I have some questions. More about the argument. The players of the game had already folded their hands in the round, so they weren't paying very close attention. All we know is that Timsbury suddenly accused McCready of being a dirty, cheating varmint, and McCready said Timsbury was just sore because he'd been losing all night. McCready had a history of cheating. He'd been accused of it once or twice before, but Reno's a gambling town, and he hung out with a rough part of it. Getting accused of cheating by a sore loser when you're on a lucky streak is par for the course. He had a history of cheating. I have another question. What happened next? 18th, yes. Okay, go on. When noon struck, McCready fired fast enough that Timsbury didn't get his shot off. On account of having his head shot off, that's pretty much the long and short of it. More details. Okay. Think about this for a bit. I have no freaking clue. Let's go. Seems fair. Evening of June 17th. Okay, go on. Since it was dark, they agreed for the next day. Okay, I have a question. Why did they just not fight? Well, a fight breaks out in the heat of the moment. And that's one thing, but they cool off enough to schedule a meeting for the next day and still go through with it. A card game's a heck of a thing to get killed over. It's an honor thing. Okay, yeah. Yes, high noon. Figures. Why is it always high noon? Tradition, I suppose, and since the sun is at its highest in the sky, everything's brightly lit and there aren't many shadows. So that's good for gunfighting. Makes sense. Plus you could have your duel on your lunch break. Okay. What happened next? Okay. Shortly before noon, squared off. What weapons are they using? No. Start over. Okay, from the beginning. Alright, so what day of the week was it? Monday. Monday, June 17th, 1878. Well, that makes sense. Everyone was a big grumpy on Monday. Spend the weekend Sunday. Okay. Have any other questions? Ask something else. Name of the saloon. Two-headed horse. Where did they have one? No, I think the proprietor was going sort of a double entendre. Okay, just go ahead. The next day, 18th. I have a question. Why didn't they fight right then and there? You can't have a gunfight in the dark. No, I get that, but they could have just had a regular old fist fight. They were mad enough to shoot each other to death, but not to punch each other. Well, without getting too psychoanalytic, these guys were gunfighters. I mean, they counted as a significant part of their identity. Fighting without guns was just not outside their wheelhouse. They considered it a waste of their time and talents, like asking a fancy French chef to make you a grilled cheese sandwich. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Okay, hold that thought. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just stop with her for now. I haven't talked to her. Alright. I haven't talked to her in a while, so found something for you. Science class. Talk to her. 5 goes left on the premises. There's 2 left on the second floor and 2 left on the third. Current location. Sounds like a complicated one. Yeah, a real simple solution. Just saying. I'll let you know. Whatever. Okay, so, let's go on with that. Yeah, restroom. So, guest rooms. Okay. Wait. Cheap cigar. Okay. No. What was that other thing I found? Yeah, tiny stick examine it. How would I do that? Oh, the photo guy. Yeah, the photo. Okay. I know what I'm doing, sort of. Go to third floor. Were they even on the third floor? Oh, yeah, I forgot you could jump in this. Mr. Gunn. What's in here? Oh, that guy again. Okay. What? Whatever. Alright. I guess I got a 3-ball. You disappointed me, Spittoon. So I got that. So... oh, that's just that. I got 1 more on this floor, 2 on the second. Did I get you? Yes, I got you. The kids' room. Aha. Ugh, creepy. Where is the last one? Okay, go back to the second floor. Okay, so that one. Need him. Talk to him. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. So how did you die? Not leave you alone. Talk to him. How did you die? Working on a new invention, exploding cigar. I thought it would be pretty good. You could light a cigar and it's fine for a second, but then suddenly it goes off with a big bang and you jump in surprise and everyone laughs. You nearly had a heart attack. Funny, right? Sure. I just snagged in development though. What happened? Well, I figured I used gunpowder for the explosive and you can buy it already packed in these little brass cartridges, so that's inconvenient. You mean bullets? My first test run was a real mess. I can tell you that. I can imagine. So anyway, I know I'm a failure, and I'm dead. Maybe I can help you out. What do you mean? Well, your initial idea was pretty funny, I guess. It's just that your execution was the problem. My execution was the problem? Huh. You're a left riot. Maybe you could help me after all. I'll see what I can figure out for you. Okay, yeah, I have the 6. Haha! You. Okay. Boom. That's an exploding cigar? Yep, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, but not this time. What did you use for the explosive? I found a really small firecracker, just big enough to blow up the cigar without also blowing up someone's face. Also without the, violent lead projectile. You're a genius. Let me see it in action and I can finally rest. Light it up. Okay. Well, there's that. Talk to her. One left on the first floor, one left on the second floor, and one on the third. Alright, so... talk to you later. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Let's go on the first floor. What do I have on the first floor that I need? Okay, I got rid of him. There you are. Found this old photo. Got you done. So, the first floor is clear, guys. The first floor is clear. Now I just got 1 and 1. And then I am done with this. Yeah! Second floor. Okay, gallery, which is where that person is. But I have no idea how to even start that one. Uh-huh. Okay, so the gallery. Talk to her. 2 ghosts, yeah, one for... Yes, I can just kill the ghosts, but I don't want to kill the ghosts. Cows came home. You are a problem. Well, let's see what I can do on the 3rd floor. Because there's supposedly one in here, too. So, I got everything in here. Uh-huh. Aww. I like the song, but whatever. Okay, so... got done with this. This creepy doll left. Kids room. Music room. Let's see over here. Yeah, it's just a bowling alley. And I already got everything up. Okay, so I guess I really do have to deal with the other lady, the lawyer, which means I will be back. Yeah, I'll be back when I get something done. Go ahead. Okay. Questions? More about the argument. History of cheating. This is extremely relevant. If McCready was a habitual cheater, it's likely he would have cheated in the duel as well. And somehow you're going to prove to me that McCready was a habitual poker cheat 17 years after the fact? How exactly do you intend to accomplish that, Mr. Prosecutor? Even if you did somehow pull that off, it would be circumstantial evidence at best. You'd have to prove he cheated in the duel itself, in front of witnesses. What form do you imagine the cheating took, pray tell? Mirrors? We're done here. Yeah, I thought not. So that was a dead end. Let's go. Seems fair. Okay, so go ahead. I have a question. They said specific time. What happened next? I'm gonna ask for more details on that. You said there were witnesses, associates. Okay, I already did this. Okay, this is starting to get annoying. Let's go. Seems fair. Do some questions on that. Day of week. I want to ask something else. Name of the solution. Tell me about the argument. Okay. Because we're cheating. Another question. What happened next? Okay. I have a question about that. Why did they fight right then and there? Ask something else. Why did they not just not fight? Let me ask something else. Specific time. Okay. What happened next? More details on that. Weapons they were using, I already did that. Fired exactly noon. Witnesses. Fired exactly noon. So McCready fired as soon as the church bell struck noon? Yes, that is what I just said. Have you got to the point to make, or are you just stalling for time? What the heck? McCready fired at the wrong time. What are you talking about? He fired exactly at noon with the church bell. There are witnesses. That's right, he fired at the clock noon. But the duel was set for high noon. They aren't the same thing. High noon is just when the sun is at its highest point in the sky, depending on the geography and the time of year. It could be hours different from the clock noon. McCready fired early, and that makes the duel illegal. So what do you say to that, counselor? Felicity gives you a slow smile. I've got to hand it to you, Prosecutor Maynard. You're a lot better at this than I was giving you credit for. That's a good thought you had there. There's just one problem with it. Oh, what's that? I already thought of it. Take that. She hurls a small book at you, which you just barely managed to catch. 1878 Nautical Almanac. What the heck is this? I did my homework when I was preparing for that trial. My legal homework, since at the time I was expected to be there at the actual trial, not a gunfight. What you're holding there is a nautical almanac for the year of 1878. There are bookmarks if you'd like to do the math yourself, but if you look up solar noon, aka high noon, for June the 18th, and make the adjustments for Reno's longitude, what do you think you get? You have got to be kidding me. That's right, Mr. Cooper. 12 o'clock p.m. precisely. No. Well, damn. Nice try, though. I mean, that's just Sincerely. That's all my ammo. I can't think of any other way to disprove McCready's innocence. As far as I can see, it was a fair duel. Yes, and that's me with the guilt of an innocent man's death on my hands. An innocent man's death? You sure are good at repeating what people say. What if he didn't die? Say what now? Well, you didn't actually see the execution, right? Yes, well, I was indisposed, you might say, being dead and all. So you don't actually know whether or not it happened. Oh, come on, look, I appreciate the effort, but you're barking at the moon. Let me ask something. Alright, go ahead. What can you tell me about McCready? He was a gunfighter, though, through and through, and by that I mean he was an adrenaline addict, and dueling was his needle of choice. Hell, if you told me you had evidence that he cheated at poker with the specific intent of baiting people into challenging him to duels, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. He was a sly one. Her expression softens. And she sighs. I make him sound like a real devil. That's not fair. He was smart and charming and could have been a good man if he had chosen an entirely different life for himself. Anything else? Well, I recall he had a really good head for numbers. He told me that he never forgot a date, and every man he'd ever killed. He'd remember to pour a beer on their grave on their birthday. Well, that's nice. A nicer birthday present would have been having not killed them in the first place, of course. Yup. Another question. Alright, go ahead. Okay. Was the trial right after the duel? The 19th? No. I don't know what Reno's like now, but it didn't have a proper courthouse then. And you can't try a murder charge in the sheriff's front parlor. McCready sat in jail for a couple of weeks, and then they transported him to Frisco. What was one thing and another, the trial didn't start until July 25th. Gee, so much for the right speedy trial. The wheels grind slow. Okay. Assuming he was innocent, why would McCready evoke trial by combat? His case was pretty straightforward. A duel only worsens his odds. I was mighty surprised, let me tell you. The only thing I could figure is it was his damn fool sense of gunfighter's pride, or something like that. Was the only form of justice he was willing to submit himself to. Another question. When was the execution? Well, we held the trial by combat on the 26th, and that was a Friday. They don't execute prisoners on the weekend, so presumably it would have been the following Monday, the 29th. In the morning? What with setting up the gallows and letting the crowd gather, they usually happened in the afternoon, around 3 typically. Do more research. Got a question for you? Wait, no, I'll be back. What about this? This book is almost entirely tables of numbers labeled things like logarithm. Look up a date. Oh. Okay, pick a day. No. Wait, question for you. Trial. The July 25th. Okay. So, look up a date. July. Pick a day. 25. That was when the trial started. No special astronomical events on that day as far as I could tell. Wait, how about... I have a bad head for numbers. Got a question? So yeah, July 19th. Let's try July 19th. Look up date. July 19th. Nothing interesting happened. Oh god, this is getting more and more headache inducing. Do I have anything? Anything at all? Question for you. More Mount McCready. Anything else? Another question. Why invoke trial by combat? Gunfire's pride. Another question. Okay. Another question. When was the execution? The 26th. So it would have been... So July 26th and 29. July 26th. That was very Felicity One was killed by in trial by combat. Sad that there doesn't seem to be anything astronomically significant about it. Okay. July 29th. That was when McCready was going to be executed. Let's see. Wow. Wait a minute. According to this, there was a total eclipse of the sun that day. Centered right over Western Territories and with its totality being at 2:47 p.m. That's a hell of a thing. Ooh. Question for you. I looked up July 29th. And get this. There was a total eclipse of the sun that day. What? Now you're just messing with me. No, look for yourself. Totality at 2:47 p.m. right over the Western Territories. Well, that's quite a thing, but I don't see how that affects... Wait. Unless you're suggesting... Right. It was the perfect opportunity for McCready to escape. That's absurd. Absurd like a fox. You said yourself that McCready was really good at remembering dates. He could have read about the eclipse at any time and stored that knowledge away for future use. Like to give himself an advantage in a duel or something. Alright, that's reasonable as far as it goes. But McCready couldn't have worked the eclipse into an escape plan because he didn't have any say over the court schedule. You said, what with one thing and another, the trial didn't start until July 25th. McCready could have caused any number of those delays himself, by faking illnesses in prison, or messing with the horses on the ride to Frisco, or anything. This could also explain the trial by combat. You mean there ended up being too much delay, so if a regular trial went on too long he was found guilty, he'd have missed the eclipse. Exactly. Whereas if he called for trial by combat, everything would have been resolved one way or another in only one more day. Maybe you'd win and that'd be fine, but if you lost, he could use his escape plan. I have to admit, it's pretty compelling, but it's all maybes and what ifs. Yeah, maybe it happened, but maybe McCready was rescued by leprechauns. Hold on, are there leprechauns in Frisco? You need some kind of hard evidence before this is any more than a fun story, is what I mean. Well, let me ask you something else. How can I find... Well, we don't know if there's an escape even happened. True. Something like that would have been in the news for certain. Wait. Would the news be in the library? Hold on. The library. We find a few bundles of old newspapers at the bottom of the shelf. The Frisco Newsender. You start at the bottom of the stack and flip through until you find the paper for the week of July 28th to August 3rd, 1878. The main feature has to do with the eclipse and various accidents and spectacles that occurred because most people weren't expecting it. The editor apologized for burying the announcement in the previous week's weather forecast. Most noticeably, all three men scheduled to be hanged on the 29th escaped in the confusion, and only two of them were recaptured. Unfortunately, their names aren't given. You don't find anything relevant to the case. However, if you're putting the papers back in order on the shelf, the headline on the more recent issue catches your eye. Husband of the famous inventor missing. The article is light on information, but apparently Mrs. Gunn's husband Dan vanished on the road while traveling Dirtwater on business about 6 years ago. Law enforcement suspects bandits, but no evidence. Huh. That's interesting. And rather easy. Okay, ghost lawyer. I'm here with my final piece of evidence, hopefully. Question for you. I found a newspaper article. The guy scheduled to be executed the day of the eclipse escaped and one of them was never caught. Which one? Well, didn't say, did it? Nope, damn it. The executed criminals aren't given gravestones with their names on them. So you can't just go looking around Frisco Cemetery to find out. Listen, Wyatt. I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but at this point, you would have to actually find McCready himself to prove that he wasn't executed due to my failure. Well, I guess I'll do that then. Oh my god. Why? You. 2 ghosts left. None left on the first floor. Thanks. Maybe the 3rd floor. If there is a if it's a ghost. I don't know. Mr. Gunn. I love billiards. Okay. And that's the pool table over there. Knock. It's Wyatt and Florence, ma'am. Ghost hunters. Whatever. Have you been able to exterminate all the ghosts? I still feel haunted. 2 of them are left according to my scanner. We're still working on it, ma'am. Don't worry, you can count on us. Alright, please let me know. Oh. Where is the last ghost then? It says there's one more here. But I don't see one anywhere. Oh, baby supplies. Got another one of stuffing. Uh-huh. Turn that off. Boo. Turn that off. Oh, yeah. Music room. I already got all this. First floor. Read it. La 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 la. Interesting. Pop button. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm just gonna... Maybe, just maybe, not in here. I need to go over here. Ask for information. Sure. This is gone. Uh-huh. Interesting. Yeah. Let's go family.
Whatever dish you have, give it back to him now. Give it to them.
Okay, Mrs. Gunn's family. Well, let's see. She married Dan, staple remover. Okay, he's been inventor of staple remover. Blah, 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 blah. That's nice. Unfortunately, Dan vanished mysteriously in 1889, shortly after Rose was born. Yeah. Gun Manor. Okay. Rocks. Tell me another one. Let me know. Let me know. Alright. Anyway. Snacks. Let's see what... nah. Shopping. Cool. Souvenirs. Buy shot glass. Whatever. Thanks. This gun on the wall. Photograph is of young Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. Terry Gunn and assistant accepting the 18. Why do we think of that award? National Attention. Okay. Hey. I'll give you a hint, I don't like working. Can you bother my parking? Yeah, never mind then. Okay, so that was completely useless. And I don't know. I don't know whether or not I should just keep going and hopefully it works out, or see what happens with that. Read that. I just need to prove somehow that how do I prove that he's somehow still alive? Oh man. And I don't really know where the other ghost on the 3rd floor is. So it appears I am at an impasse. Why are you following me? Alright, so go to the 2nd floor. Okay. McCready. As far as he could from... Okay. So... this is indeed... Sign up. Map. Ah, okay. Leave the dictionary. Keep looking. Husband and friends liquor. Spanish others. Okay. Okay. Maybe in the basement. I'm gonna check the basement real fast, and if I don't find it, I'm gonna end the episode real fast, and I'll regroup the next time. Where do I? Oh yeah, the pantry or yeah, cellar. Okay, let's see what's in here. Nothing in there. Okay. my infinite spider hole. Okay, up here. That's just that. Alright, so I am going to end this episode here. I'll figure out what to do next, and in my next episode I will conclude this because I only have a couple ghosts left and talk to Mrs. Gunn herself. Anyway, if you liked that video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, tell me how I did, or any hints on how to help. But anyway, and don't forget to subscribe, and I guess I will see you all in another video. Bye!